Good morning, mathematicians of my life. How are you today? I hope you are good. So today we are going to keep going with our conversation about how can I multiply decimals. Last video we talked about how I can multiply decimals by tens, by hundreds. We talked about the magic of the zero when I am multiplying decimals. And we talked about how we can do that in the place value. Let's see if you remember. So when I had 2 and 3/10 times 10, I could simply put this number in the place value, always respecting the decimal point, because we know that the decimal point moves in no scenario. It's not gonna move, not even in the apocalypse, remember? So let's keep with that in mind. And I know that when I do times 10, this zero needs to go in my number. That's what we call the trick magic of the zero. But the moment that the zero wants to come in the number, the zero cannot come to the hundredths. The zero needs to come to the last house, to the tenths. And then the zero is gonna push the number forward, because two kids cannot sit on the same chair. So the moment that the zero comes here, all the numbers are gonna be pushed forward. So we need to move the 3, and as a consequence we need to move the 2. If you are able to visualize the place value in your head, if you're able to close your eyes, if you are a visual kid, you close your eyes and you can picture the place value, this is a very good strategy. But today we are going to talk about another strategy that is called the vertical method. And what I love about the vertical method is that it not only helps us with the magic of the zero or multiplying by tens, hundreds, or thousands. It's because this strategy is going to help us with any possible multiplication when we are talking about decimals. So the first thing that you have to ask yourself is, how many decimal places I have in my factors? So when I have, for example, let's get this example here. How many decimal places I have in 2 and 3/10? I have only 1. In the number 3, 14, 17. How many decimal places I have here? 1, 2, 3, 4. I have 4 decimal places. In the number 78th and 100th, how many decimal places? 1, 2. I just need to see how many houses I have after the decimal point, because it is decimal places. I'm not talking about the whole numbers, only the decimals. So I am going to look and analyze the decimal places, the decimal spots. So let's practice a little bit more. The number 107. Remember, numbers are infinity. Always remember P. Numbers are infinity, so I can put as many numbers as I want. I just need to ask myself how many decimal places this number has. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. If it helps you to count better, go like this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 decimal places. I do not count the numbers that are in the whole number world. Okay? So let's see how these decimal places can help us when we are multiplying. So let's get a new number. How many decimal places I have in 5, 7 to 100ths? I've got 2 of them. 1, 2. So how many decimal places? 2. Keep that in mind. Keep that in mind. Write on your hand. Write on the notebook. Write on the back of your hand. But keep that in mind. If you want, you can take. As you have this information, you can whoop. But the decimal point is only taking a nap. It is still there. It's only taking a nap. Magic of the zero. 0, 0. And now, as I moved the zeros down, I can go just times 1. 1 times 1, 1. 1 times 7, 7. 1 times 5, 5. Now I am going to wake up the decimal point. I had 2 decimal houses, 2 decimal places. 1, 2, comma. So the moment that I analyze the number and I know where the decimal point is supposed to be, I can put the decimal point in standby, make the multiplication the way we always did, if you even want to go to FOIL or the box you go, and then I just put the decimal point back. Let's get another example that is not going to work with tens, hundreds, and thousands. For example, times 3. Teacher, I could add. Yes, remember, we have strategies to find the best way to solve something. So if times 3 you simply prefer to add the number 3 times, for me it's okay. I'm just going to show you how you would do the strategy here. How many decimal places? 1, 2, 3. Keep that in mind, write on your hand, write on the back of your hand, whatever you want. Put the decimal point in standby. And now you make the multiplication. 3 times 1, 3. 3 times 7, 21. I regroup because I cannot have 2 numbers there. 3 times 1, 3 plus 2, 5. And 3 times 5, 15. Now we just put the decimal point back. How many decimal places? 3. 1, 2, 3. And that's how we can use the vertical method to multiply decimals, not only by 10, hundreds, and thousands, but by any number you want. You can do decimals times 25, times 50, times 31. So the moment that you are able to count how many decimal places you have, you can put the decimal point in standby. You simply work in the multiplication and put the decimal point back. Okay? Our conversation about decimals is not over. We still have lots of things to discuss, but don't forget, always believe in math. See you next video. Bye bye.